During the 1920s, Weimar Germany began to evolve into a more modern society, with less constrictiveness on dress, employment, and an advance in culture and arts. This is relevant to all parts of German life during those years. Its theatre and film became more liberal, expressive, and experimental. This contributes to music culture entirely. German music before the Weimar Republic was incredibly nationalistic and conformative, with more preference to church music instead of blues or jazz. This is Arnold, and he is one of the main influences of jazz music at the start of the 1920s, along with Kurt Weill and Alan Berg. He developed the idea of developing variation and complex string sextet. His other contributions was suggesting a Wagnerian narrative of motivic ideas, as well as a Brahmasian approach to motivic development and tonal cohesion. The late Weimar era was particularly known for its cabarets. Most cabarets were restaurants or nightclubs where patrons sat, drank, and ate at tables. While doing so, they were entertained by a procession of singers, dancers, and comedians. The German form of cabaret was more conservative and low-key, but began to transform during and after World War I. Berlin's first cabaret nightclub dated back to 1901. However, during the reign of Kaiser Wilhelm II, German cabarets were not permitted to perform or promote promiscuous humour, provocative dancing, or political satire. Entertainment in the cabaret of Berlin, Munich, and other cities often revolved around two themes: sex and politics. Stories, jokes, songs, and dancing were laced with sexual innuendo as the 1920s progressed. This gave way to open displays of nudity, to the point where most German cabarets had at least some topless dancers accompanied with jazz. Many German listeners and music critics were still greatly concerned with performing, listening to, debating, and defining Schubert Lieder, Wagner operas, and Brahms symphonies, in other words, traditional German art music. One of the first serious critics to take a swipe at this notion that German conservatives in the 1920s were anti-modern and behind the times was Jeffrey Hirth, whose book Reactionary Modernism, Technology, Culture and Politics in Weimar and the Third Reich blew apart the myth that German political conservatives and Nazis were traditionalists who viewed technology and new media with suspicion. Today, scholars such as Dagmar Herzog, whose book Sex After Fascism, Memory and Morality in 20th Century Germany revealed a shockingly sex-positive ideology at work during the Third Reich. They have continued to push boundaries on how we define social, political and cultural conservatism.